So, I'm waiting for cobblestone to smelt over there, and I got nothing better to do. And I kind of been doing odds and ends for the last 2 episodes. So, I'm gonna just go over what exactly it is I'm doing, because some of you are probably very confused. I know Dewey certainly is, because he doesn't seem to be able to grasp anything beyond the most basic of concepts, which is why it's taking him so long to finish making his first video, I would imagine. So, what we got here, this is the fishbowl. I can't understand half of what's going on in the fishbowl. I just know what's going on in my house. So I have this tasteful portrait of Macho Man Randy Savage promoting the WWF Super Slam, as I'm sure it was known at the time. I never really got into wrestling. I just watched the promos because they entertain me. So this is what me and Zacticon did for the spawn house. We found this cave. You see it for like 30 seconds in the first episode. We walked through and we flooded it. And then, canonically, we came through the lay gate, and yeah, I don't think about it too hard. It was already flooded when I got here, but also I was the one that flooded it. It's very confusing, but rest assured that's not something anyone needs to worry about canonically speaking, because it doesn't matter. Out this way, if we go this way, we got this little part of the house where I grow my nether wart and keep the donkey, because I got nothing better to do with it. If you go through here, there's this little gap that you can't quite fit boats through, so that people will stop going in and breaking my lily pads. Over here we got Mr. Tibbs. He's a creeper that I charged with my trident that has channeling on it. It was a very impressive feat on my part. Down this way is the waterfall. And the waterfall leads you out here, and it's just a river. There's a little hole in the river. These are fishing nets. Every 90 seconds they catch something random from the fishing loot table, and then they deposit into this box, and this box is getting full, so I will probably have to clear it out soon. That's a lot of fish. Now, if we continue on this way, we find ourselves over at Panama 8, King of the Panamas. There have been a lot of Panamas, apparently. We've dug a lot of canals in our day. So over here, we got this little thing, and this, I keep hitting the walls like I'm a pinball machine, which is not fun. But if you go over this way, there's this little open part of the cave, but if you keep going far enough, eventually you get over here, and you find yourself at an empty forest. No, you turn around, and there's some skulls on a pike that indicate that this is in fact where the mob grinder is. This is cave spiders, 2 cave spiders, 1 skeleton. You have to stand right here, not like here. You can't stand here. You have to be right here to activate all 3 of them at once, and you have to press these buttons in a particular sequence. The mobs come floating up. There are none right now, obviously, and then you push this button and it crushes them. There's the cows that you use for curing your poison if you get poisoned by the cave spiders like an idiot. Or you could take the milk and put it with, this is something my Datapack adds, so this is probably not common knowledge to most people. You take the milk, and you take some paper, and you take a piece of string. Yep, take a piece of string. You put it in the crafting table. Now this doesn't seem very appetizing, but I've made cheese, and this is more or less how you do it. You got to curdle the milk first and all that stuff, and that's a process that we don't have the materials for in Minecraft. But then you take the curdled milk and cheese, and you put it in the paper, and you strain it with the string, and it's a whole process. And then you can make cheese. And this is cooked fish that I've retextured. It's cooked fish, and then cooked fish is cooked salmon. It's a whole process. So there's this. I don't even think this has shown up in any of the videos. I just want you to know that it's here. Now, I don't know where I am. I'm this way. It's dark, which I don't like. I can get to a bed. It's fine. Now, if we keep going this way, could have taken the canal back, but I don't want to. Somewhere over there was where the original spawn was, but we moved it over to 0, because we liked the terrain better, and it made it easier for people to log in and not get killed out in some abandoned forest. So if you come over here, I'm making a sort of artificial mega taiga because I needed somewhere to grow spruce trees without messing up the terrain with the podzol. Because if you grow a big spruce tree, it turns into podzol now for some reason. Okay, well, I got swoops on me. I don't know where, but I hear them. Unless gravity's nearby and they're on gravity, but I don't see them anywhere. So this place that I have just slept in is Kabuka Town. There they are. This is Kabuka Town. The name is derived from like the Swahili, I don't know what language it is, word for noise, which is just buka, and the word kabuki. Because, I don't know if you know this, there's a concept nowadays in modern language where apparently it is acceptable to put small pictographs in alongside of your words to convey emotion or... What is wrong with my bow? Okay. To convey emotion or other inflections that are not readily available in text alone. I will not acknowledge these things. I do not like them. I find that most of them look stupid. The exception to this is one that I discovered just scrolling through the menu on Discord, and it is Japanese Goblin, or as I like to call it, Spooky Kabuki. And so it's derived from that. This is where I keep my villagers, is the thing to take away from this. There are a lot of iron golems. I've strung them up just because I had nothing better to do with them and I needed to get them out of the way. I can let you out now. This guy sells me weakness arrows and dispensers. They don't normally sell dispensers. That's something I did with the Datapack. This guy buys fish, sells fish, does things with fish. He also sells me fishing nets, which I just showed you back there. This guy buys stone. If at some point I decide that I have too much stone and would like to make money off of it. One of these guys, he sells me fortune and silk touch, which is nice. You got to understand, to make my fortune pick, which I don't have on me, I had to combine 2 Fortune 1 books and a Fortune 2 pickaxe because I was playing in a version where enchanting was literally broken. It sucked. This guy sells mending for 10 emeralds. He is the second villager I've ever had that sells mending. I don't know where the first went. I know where some of my librarians went, and we're going there now. If we go through... What the hell is this? Is this... Yeah, this is 7 Anima Cana 7. We've had somewhere in the range of 8. It's possibly up to 10 Panama Canals over the course of 3 servers. We, of course, started off with Panama 2. I'm not sure if I have a screenshot of it or not. If I do, you'll be seeing it. If not, just imagine it. These apparently are pirate beacons. I didn't build those. I think it was Masth. Masth? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Someone told me once, and I immediately forgot. But it was. I think he made those because he was kidnapping turtles? I think it was turtles. Probably wasn't villagers. But speaking of villagers, this is Kabuka Traz, which is like Alcatraz, but for the denizens of Kabuka Town. It's a mountain that I've hollowed out. I one day hope to repurpose it to store players in the event that they go against the will of the Arvacan Empire and the representatives thereof. So if we come up here, this is where I store. Sometimes I will get a villager like Thomas Gangsta Ice Norton here, and his trades are okay, but also kind of suck. 28 emeralds for Frostwalker 1 is a bit much. 19 for Feather Falling 2 is garbage, and 14 for Quick Charge 1 is probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of pretty bad things. So, I'm not a fan of this man's deals. So, I imprisoned him. Because I didn't want him taking up space in my village. so that in the event that I wanted to go, for example, buy a mending book, I wouldn't have to click on this guy and go, are you the right guy? No. Are you the right guy? No. This guy sells channeling, riptide, and knockback. I needed channeling, which is why I kept him, but his trades just kept getting worse. So I have channeling now, and enough riptide books to make riptide tridents if I ever get another trident. They are remarkably rare. It's ridiculous. And rather than just making up new names as I put in villagers, we just filled out some. We went on a random name generator. We pulled up some random rapper names, some random hillbilly names. There's a name generator that we like to use that has a variety of options that many find amusing, myself included. I don't know what happened to Dewey's house. He's gone for like a week, and suddenly all these pumpkins rise up against him. I can't explain it, nor do I think I would want to, quite frankly. That seems like Dewey's problem. So, this, you probably have not seen this. I don't think I recorded any of this because it was very boring. But you're probably going to look at that and wonder, where does that go? At some point in the future, so I may as well disclose where exactly this is. This is... hang on, here we go. This is where I got my sand. There's not a lot of sand left in this particular area. There's a bit of sandstone. So if I need sandstone, I guess I'm covered there. Oh yeah, I left all of these here. I'll take this with me. So, yeah, there's like no... what the hell? Get out of here. Why are you here? Ah, Christ. I like to have the other pillagers kill the main pillager, because then I don't get the effect for 20 minutes. Christ, now I gotta go. Where do these penguins keep coming from? Now I gotta go all the way out here. I gotta find a cow. I gotta get a bucket of milk. I gotta clear the effect. Because if I go back to spawn with this, I'm probably going to trigger a raid, because I don't know how far out Kabuka Town thinks it extends. This just sucks. This next one coming up over here, that's a mesa. I haven't really done anything with it. That was just connected up to my tunnel. So that's just where the portal ended up. It's not my portal. I have a legal claim to it now that it's attached to our Vanek territory, but it's not my portal. And then the rest of this is just tunnel. It's pretty much the same thing. Normally, if I go too fast, I clip through the world and die. So I've had to mark all of these chunks to be force loaded at all times, which probably doesn't help the server lag, but what can you do? There's my actual house. Let me show you this, because I spent a lot of time time-lapsing this, and I never really explained what it was doing. So let me show you this. This is my guardian farm, because I need dark prismarine to make my house, specifically the roof. So I probably don't need that much dark prismarine, but I needed enough. So I got a little guardian farm here. This is the output. There's a little bit of output, you could say. There's been a little bit of output. Just a little. Yeah, those are the full ones. Yeah, so I'm never going hungry again, because fish, indefinitely. And then if you come back here, I got some fishing traps set up, and those just sort of dispense into here. And then I organize those into here. It's sort of like my fish room, but it's bigger. Which at the time of recording this, Dewey still doesn't know about, because I haven't put out the video yet. And Dewey is at like a log cabin with no internet or something. Ice fishing. I don't know what he's doing. Lord knows I don't approve of it, whatever it is. You know, trying to run a game of Stellaris over here, and he's like, actually, I don't have any internet up here. Come on, man. So, here's my monstrosity. This was the result of quite a bit of strange thinking on my part. So what this is basically it's a terrace farm, but for fish. So down there is soul sand, and that creates a bubble column that shoots things upwards. Now guardians can still spawn in soul sand, or in bubble columns. So they spawn and they rocket up, and they can come up through the scaffolding, but they can't go back down. That's the key. And so they rocket up through the scaffolding, and then the water just pushes them into the center here, like that, and then they fall down here, and slowly but surely, who the hell do you think I am that you can just shoot me with a laser beam? Come on, man. Problem is that these scaffolds do not stop the laser beams. And then eventually they go down, all the way down here. And guardians, when they are on land, flop around uncontrollably, never stopping. So they fall in here, into this big pile of berry bushes. And because they are flopping around uncontrollably, if you don't know, berry bushes only damage you when you try to move through them. If you're holding still, they do not. They're flopping around uncontrollably. They're taking constant damage from the berry bushes. And then they die. And the berry bushes are planted on farmland, which means that the hoppers underneath of them can pick up items through the farmland, because it's not a whole block. And that then goes down into here. So it's probably not the most efficient guardian farm in the world, but it has done me fairly well. I don't admittedly fully understand the spawning mechanics of guardians, and I'm sure there are ways I could make it more efficient, but it works decently enough for me. So here we are. I need to get Prismarine while I'm here. That's right. And then over here, here's my plan. So what I want to do, this is okay, I can't keep stalling forever, game. You need to load in the terrain. I can't preface something with, here's my plan, here's what I want to do, this is how it's going to go down. I can't do that indefinitely, okay? I run out of words. So, this is a mushroom biome. If you don't know, because perhaps you live under a rock, or you do not study game mechanics in depth, or perhaps are just dumb, monsters cannot spawn in mushroom biomes, unless you consider mushrooms to be monsters. Hostile mobs, hostile zombie mobs, cannot spawn in mushroom biomes, which makes it a great place to keep villagers. So the plan is that we are going to turn this into some sort of seaside, like really, really tacky beachfront Sandals, Jamaica style resort for villagers. And we observe these villagers from our grand ocean pagoda over there and watch them do whatever it is they do. And maybe every so often there will be a culling where, I don't know if you've read H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. I have twice, I think, because I read it once and then forgot that I read it and then read it again. It's a common problem. In case you're not familiar, that would spoil the book if you're not familiar. So, maybe pause the video, go read it. It's not that long. It's kind of long, but it's not that long. There's two societies. There's one that lives up on the surface and one that lives down below. And every so often, the one that lives down below just comes up and drags the surface people into the depths and eats them. So maybe every so often, what are they, Morlocks? I think they're called Morlocks. It's like the Eloy and the Morlocks or something. And, maybe every so often a proverbial Morlock will come up and take the residents of Sandals, Jamaica down into a elaborate underground lair and use them for commerce. Who can say? I like to think of it like Disneyland, where you've got the Happy Magic Kingdom up top and then subterranean networks of tunnels underneath where people are like changing in and out of Mickey Mouse costumes, or there's totally an underground drug market underneath of Disneyland. There's no way that's not happening. There's some guy in half of a Donald Duck mask that, walks up to, I don't know a lot of Disney characters apparently. He walks up to like Simba from The Lion King and he's like, "Psst, hey, hey, who was Simba? Matthew Broderick? Hey, Matthew Broderick impersonator. You want to buy some razor juice? I don't know what razor juice is, but it seems like something they would probably sell at Disneyland. Like, it's got to happen. I'm going to be disappointed if it doesn't. I'm already kind of disappointed at the fact that it's statistically unlikely that Walt Disney is cryonically preserved underneath of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Uh, I can dream, of course, but no, it's has to have happened at least once. I guarantee if I Google like Disneyland cocaine bust, I'm gonna get like Disneyland cast member arrested for selling marijuana to fellow employees under guise of Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. And if that's not the case, then I'm going to be severely disappointed. You know, I came over here because I was waiting for my cobblestone to smelt, and I was doing the walk and talk and showing off all the things that I've done, and I forgot to get the goddamn cobblestone. Okay, so two things. This is slightly embarrassing. Um, Not this necessarily, but one, my cobblestone isn't even done, which admittedly I have 6 stacks, but two, I have Frostwalker on these boots. I could have just... Look at this. I could have just been doing this the whole time while I was building that stupid thing instead of falling off of it. I don't know why I didn't think that through. It's embarrassing on my part, really. Alright, so I don't I don't know what Dank Lambo's problem is. He's been logging in and out for like the last 5 minutes. I think he's broken his internet again. It's a very common problem. So I've been thinking, okay, right now I got this, and this looks fine from this angle, but I don't know where to go with it from anywhere else. See, here he goes again. This is the 7th time he's done this. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this as it is, because right now it's an Old West facade that's going to fall over at the slightest breeze. Uh, so here's what I'm thinking, okay? And bear with me. It's not one building. It's two. Hang on. It's two. And then this becomes like I guess this becomes some sort of alleyway. I don't know. All right, so I changed my mind again. This is cool. I like what I've done here, but I gotta reassess some of these things. So what I want to do now, I want to still have it be 2 buildings, but I want the 2 buildings to have the same roof. Let's see how this looks. Go. And if we do that, what does that look like? Yeah, I don't hate it. Maybe if we throw in one of those. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's like one of those buildings you'd expect to see in a Tombstone, you know? It's got
Uh-huh.
the whole building on the front.
Yeah,
But that's
I've
just
made this joke so many times
how you have.
that it's just it's like an
Yeah,
old
thing.
western movie set piece. You know, a stiff wind is gonna come through and blow it over.
Yeah.
I've also suggested that perhaps the architectural style is like if Frank Lloyd Wright decided to go to Japan, get super drunk, and think to himself, you know, maybe I could make a pagoda.
I can see that.
Yeah,
These are the cantilever inspiration here,
yeah.
to some degree.
I
Yeah.
guess you could use that word.
I will.
Yeah,
He used it a lot.
yeah,
Perhaps when he shouldn't have, too. So,
yeah. Well, we could put some sort of mechanism together where turtles spawn on this beach, but then a minecart takes them over to another beach on the other side of our house and drops them off and then comes back, so that they just
I
keep swimming past our house trying to get back to their home beach. But the only thing on their home beach is a minecart that takes them to the other beach.
delightfully devilish.
Yeah.
Take advantage of a little bit of this sand here. We don't have too
Yeah.
much to spare.
Yeah, we only have 4 chests full.
Yeah.
All right, let me try this with the andesite down here. Okay, let's see what we think about this. How's how's standing on fire coral working out for you?
Well, it's working.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess that's one interpretation.
I guess it isn't programmed to be real fire coral.
I could make it do that.
Or
Take a few
not.
seconds.
You could not do that.
But I also could.
Yeah,
Oh, it's been 10 minutes. Hold that thought. I gotta go check on my macaroni.
it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, you tell you what, you try and come up with more shapes for the structure around us.
Uh, shapes.
I'm coming back, and by God, there better be shapes.
Um, yeah, things are really shaping up.
I don't see any shapes.
Uh, uh,
Where are my shapes, Zacticon?
I ain't got any shapes, boss.
And you got till Monday to get me my shapes. Or else I'm gonna send the boys out to your small business
My
and
small
pay you a
business.
visit. I don't know. This is how people threaten each other in movies. I figure it's probably close enough. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I hit a dolphin.
You hit a dolphin.
Well, I've come across one,
Oh, okay. I was about to
and
say, don't
now
hit it.
I'm on the other side of the ocean.
The other side, instead of at the house that we are building.
I'm over here.
Where's here?
I gotta find that dolphin now. Catch it.
Would you like me to bring you a lead?
Can I do that?
I think so. Oh, I see you. Yeah, keep it busy.
I don't see it.
You'll
Oh,
find it.
there it is. I found it.
I'm gonna go get a lead and a name tag. Sit tight. I'm getting a name tag. What do we want to name this dolphin?
Blue submarine number 6. No.
Blue Submarine number 7.
There aren't very many inspired names in that show either. Well,
No. It's
there's
called Blue Submarine number 6. You gotta
there's
understand.
the evil guy. He's got a very normal person name. Zorndike. That's a very normal name.
Yeah, that's the name that people are given. You
Bill
know.
Cosby.
Okay, I'm not calling him Bill Cosby.
Uh, let's
What about
see what
just
else we
Optimus
got.
Prime? Let's
Okay.
just call him Optimus Prime.
Does that fit on name tag?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Or alternatively, the Ocean Master from Aquaman.
No.
No? Let's do Optimus Prime then.
Yeah.
Why not? There's no reason not to.
Oh yeah.
Here it is. I got you. I got it.
You're gonna break it.
I hope not.
Well, he's climbing up
Lord.
wherever.
Jesus.
Like, he's moving. He's moving fast.
Yeah.
It is not a slow animal.
No. We got turtles.
Oh, what?
We got 2 little baby turtles. There we go.
What if he jumps in?
Then he'll be in.
I guess it doesn't change much. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna name him
All right.
Optimus Prime. Boom. Look at him go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Soul Optimus.
Yep. Classic Optimus Prime.
Yeah. The dolphin.
That's what he looks like.
Yep. That's. I don't see Optimus Prime.
We should have that in one of these rooms, though. A floor that opens up. It's like, yes, yes. Uh, Greetings, exalted one. I seek an audience with you to bargain for Captain Solo's life.
Ford drops him into the pufferfish room.
Yeah. The pufferfish room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking just like a some sort of magma vortex, but I like pufferfish room better. And also, I think we want to build these rooms smaller than they actually are, so that we can have things in between them.
Ah.
And I know how much you dislike my using this word to refer to any structure you've ever built, but I think we could get away with having some.
Don't. Mm-hmm.
No?
No. Don't say it. Think of a new word for it.
Okay. A parallel attic. It's an attic, but it's parallel to the rest of the house instead of being above it.
No.
No? Okay. Spear closet.
Spear closet.
That's literally what it is. A spear closet is an architectural leftover space of small size and irregular shape. It's literally a spear closet. That's the definition.
Okay, it's a spear closet. That's what it is.
That's what we're making. We're making intentional spear closets. All right, which of these stairs looks better?
Are those different?
Yeah, one of them stone brick, one's andesite.
Andesite.
Because we have more stone brick is the only thing.
Well, yes.
But we can get andesite fairly easily. Because here's the thing. Nobody wants diorite, and nobody knows that you can craft andesite out of diorite.
Yeah, actually nobody knows that.
Yeah, it's one of America's best kept secrets, I think.
We making a tower up to this?
I don't know where you are.
Zap at another portal in the sky.
What?
What do you mean?
I don't know where you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is normal, right?
No.
No?
No. I don't know how you got up there.
Well,
Because that didn't happen for me. This is the first time this has happened.
I went through the
You missed.
thing.
You missed the end. If you could just dismantle that portal. You got me. And then that. And then one of these. Okay, why did that burn out? Right, because this needs to go on a slab. Observe. In the tank.
I don't see it.
It takes a second. Boom.
Oh, that's it. Huh.
And then the bucket comes back. God damn it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well now I got it. It was there, just I wasn't picking it up.
4,000 kinds.
4,096.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a few.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're hearing that little note that plays there.
Might have to turn that up.
Yeah, it's jukeboxes and note blocks. I have it at maximum.
Artificial. I guess we could put some pufferfish in.
Well, I have this bucket.
Ah.